In today's world, where distractions and information overload are prevalent, maintaining clear thinking becomes essential for navigating the complexities of life. When it comes to thinking clearly, Marcus Aurelius and the principles of Stoicism offer invaluable guidance. By embracing Stoic teachings, we can cultivate a resilient mindset that allows us to overcome obstacles and make rational decisions. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Roman Emperor and Stoic philosopher whose profound wisdom has withstood the test of time. Aurelius, often referred to as the philosopher king, not only ruled over one of the greatest empires in history, but also left behind a legacy of philosophical teachings that continue to resonate with us today. From 161 to 180 AD, he ruled as the Roman Emperor, marking the end of the esteemed line known as the Five Good Emperors. Despite his exalted position and the temptations it offered, Aurelius dedicated his life to principles of fairness and justice. Within the span of his rule, Aurelius managed to craft a remarkable collection of autobiographical writings, now recognized as the Meditations, which have become a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. In these profound texts, Aurelius imparts guidance on self-improvement, primarily emphasizing the importance of adopting a cosmic perspective and subjecting our judgments, both of ourselves and others, to critical analysis. Central to Stoic beliefs is the conviction that individual happiness rests upon doing what is morally right. This necessitates cultivating sound judgment and clear, rational thinking. With this in mind, this video aims to explore 5 crucial lessons derived from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, providing practical steps for developing a rational mind and enhancing clarity of thought. Number 1. Developing perception. In the realm of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius imparts a profound lesson that resonates through the ages. You won't feel harmed if you choose not to be harmed, and if you don't feel harmed, you haven't been. This timeless wisdom delves into the essence of Stoicism, emphasizing the importance of taking control of our perception. Our tendency to constantly judge everything we encounter, people, events, and sights, can be detrimental. We unconsciously label things as good or bad, boring or fun, beautiful or ugly, without realizing the toll it takes on our lives. Consider the way we may judge an entire day as awful based on a series of challenging interactions. By labeling a party as boring, we confine it to being the least interesting part of our week. These judgments are often irrational and heavily influenced by our emotions. Stoicism encourages us to approach judgment with caution and to challenge our initial instincts. It urges us to question our rationale and evaluate situations through a rational and optimistic lens. For example, we can reframe a seemingly dull party as an opportunity to explore new places and meet new people. By avoiding negative expectations, we can shift our perspective. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes that harm only manifests if we perceive it as such. The impact of situations on us lies within our control. As a Stoic exercise, we can take on the challenge of turning the obstacle upside down. For instance, instead of becoming frustrated with a slow-learning coworker whose mistakes affect profits, we can see it as an opportunity for personal and professional development. This includes cultivating patience, enhancing teaching abilities, and mastering stress management, ultimately contributing to long-term profitability. Number 2. Empowering your mind. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, your mind holds the power, not the external events. Recognize this, and you shall find strength. The concept of the dichotomy of control revolves around distinguishing between what we can influence and what is beyond our reach. External factors such as weather, traffic, or others' opinions lie outside our control. However, we do have control over choices like our attire, departure time, and the company we keep. When faced with a situation that evokes certain emotions, it is crucial to reflect upon what we can control. Whatever lies within our sphere of influence becomes a reason to take action. Conversely, we must learn to accept and embrace what is beyond our control without allowing it to negatively impact us. Developing the ability to discern between the two and act accordingly has an instant calming effect on the mind. An integral aspect of the dichotomy of control is embracing amor fati, which translates to a love for fate. By embracing life in its entirety, along with the circumstances it presents, we foster an enduring love for life itself. While we cannot escape fate or dictate circumstances outside our control, we can choose to love our lives unconditionally. Consider a situation where you face rejection after pursuing a long-desired job. It may initially seem impossible to love such a circumstance given your ambitions and efforts. However, this perspective misses a vital point. Instead of perceiving unfulfilled aspirations solely as negatives, delve into the factors that contributed to the outcome and transform them into positive stepping stones. If the reason for not securing the job was within your control, such as personal shortcomings, you have the power to improve upon them and seize similar opportunities in the future. On the other hand, if external factors like nepotism or clashes with hiring staff played a role, the opportunity never truly existed within your control. Number 3. Mastering emotional control. Marcus Aurelius imparts timeless advice, urging us to liberate ourselves from the overpowering grip of our emotions. He wisely advises, stop letting your emotions override what your mind tells you. Stop being hypocritical, self-centered, irritable. It is widely acknowledged that acting out of emotion often clouds our judgment and stands in stark contrast to rational thinking. Therefore, if we aspire to maintain clarity of thought, it becomes crucial to develop the skill of emotional control. According to Marcus Aurelius, the emotion of anger in particular inflicts more harm than good. However, controlling our emotions does not mean suppressing them, as many may mistakenly believe. Suppressing intense anger resulting from betrayal, for instance, does not make it vanish by denying its existence or pretending everything is fine. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to redirect such emotions. When anger surges within, it is essential to pause and consider how we can effectively channel this emotion. Yielding to the temptation of lashing out at the one who hurt us may momentarily satisfy our desire for retribution. However, we must question whether it truly helps alleviate our pain or improve the situation. Will it contribute to the personal growth of the one who betrayed us? In essence, we must evaluate the usefulness of our impulses and seek constructive ways to express our emotions. Engaging in calm conversations with the individual who caused the hurt, explaining our feelings, and endeavoring to understand their perspective can yield better results. Alternatively, journaling, physical exercise, immersing ourselves in a video game, or exploring any activity that facilitates the release of anger can be beneficial. Similarly, when confronted with anxiety or fear, pushing these emotions down is ineffective. Instead, redirection becomes our ally. Rather than succumbing to paralyzing anxiety, we can harness it as a catalyst for personal growth. Let's consider the fear of asking for a raise. Many individuals perceive such fear as a valid reason to avoid taking action, allowing their anxieties to halt progress. Others might proceed with the task while suppressing and disregarding their anxiety. However, there is an alternative path. Number 4. Nurture the virtues. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, delve deep into your being, for within lies an eternal source of goodness awaiting discovery. Virtues embody qualities of moral excellence and virtuous conduct. Not only do they benefit oneself and those in our immediate circle, but they also contribute to the greater good. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all things and beings in the universe, asserting that what serves the greater good ultimately serves one's own well-being. Hence, the Stoics upheld the belief that those who dedicated themselves to the greater good, acting virtuously, were the most rational individuals. Conversely, they viewed a lack of virtuous action as a product of ignorance. This is why individuals who embody virtue remain composed and serene. To cultivate virtue, one must bear in mind the 4 core virtues of Stoicism: wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage. Wisdom, according to the Stoics, entails the ability to discern between good, bad, neutral, and everything in between. Instead of being swayed by emotions, one must employ clear and logical thinking to determine the morally right course of action. Stoics classified all things and actions into 3 categories: goods, evils, and indifference. It was crucial to seek the good, avoid evil, and select indifference according to personal preference. Engaging in actions contrary to these virtues generates evil, such as stealing, disrespecting others, acting recklessly or cowardly, or causing harm. Conversely, aligning actions with these virtues contributes to the good. Performing indifferent actions like taking a stroll falls outside the realm of moral significance. Number 5. Embrace the perspective of the whole. In our final reflection from Marcus Aurelius, he eloquently expresses, Plato phrased it beautifully, Whenever discussing people, it is best to adopt a panoramic view, taking in everything at once. Recognizing the bigger picture holds great significance in achieving mental clarity. As we journey through life, we often find ourselves caught in the midst of various situations, perceiving each problem as insurmountable. For instance, when standing amidst a small crowd, it may appear as if the entire city is swarming, yet stepping aside reveals a contrasting reality. Therefore, it is essential to step back and contemplate the entirety of the world and our existence. This broader perspective illuminates the insignificance of our personal experiences and our own minuscule place within the vastness. It reminds us that our individual encounters and opinions are not the sole determining factors, even for ourselves. Consider someone who has had a negative encounter with dogs. They may struggle to comprehend or acknowledge that dogs can be cherished and valuable companions for others unless they consciously open themselves to the possibility of diverse experiences. Periodically, we should take a moment to reflect and ask ourselves, what are we overlooking or neglecting? Engaging in this practice yields numerous benefits. For instance, when faced with a dilemma, such as deciding between remaining in a current job and pursuing a newly available position elsewhere, the choice may initially appear arduous, particularly if uncertainty lingers regarding satisfaction in either option. One might feel trapped within a narrow mindset, and that's it for today. How do you incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life to enhance your clarity of thought? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video informative, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Make sure to hit the notifications bell to stay up to date on our future uploads. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.